So I'm almost finished creating my quilt that I am making in honor of Charlie Kirk and sort of my way of coping with his death. And because of this question, I'm going to give you the lowdown and my deepest, darkest secrets about how I made this quilt. First of all, I used all secondhand fabrics. Not a single thing was bought new. The only thing bought new was from Goodwill, and that's secondhand. So all of the fabrics were secondhand. Number two, I found a calculator on the internet somewhere. I think it was called Omni Calculator. I'm not sure. I'll put a picture in here of where I found it. But it gives you a dimension calculator if you want a certain part of the American flag to be a certain length, which I did, and sort of make it based on that and make it proportionate. I wanted the quilt, like the stripes, to be 77 inches long because that's 6'5" and Charlie was 6'5". And so I put in 77 inches into whichever variable that was, and then it gave me the dimensions for every other part of the quilt. I decided to make the stripes a little bit taller than like the actual dimensions. It's said to make them like 3.5 inches, but I wanted them to be 5. They ended up being probably 4.5 after I sewed everything and allotted for seam allowance. That is how I made the quilt. And then I didn't pay attention to like the actual size of the blue square. And I also, whenever I pieced it together, the bottom stripes and then the blue square and the stripes. Like those were two separate pieces and I pieced those together. And I didn't necessarily measure out exactly where that separation of the blue and the white stripes were. I just sort of eyeballed it and did what felt right. And also what my blue fabric allowed, because that was the patchiest part of the whole quilt. I hope that maybe answers some questions. I've really loved making this quilt. It means so much to me. So thank you guys so much for loving it and following along, and I hope you guys have a great day. Love you, bye!